Let me get to this fat politician. So I opened up my New York Post this morning. As I go through a lot of material every day, I something about reading the hard copy New York Post. I enjoy it. I open this thing up, and on page 5 today, I'm looking at this fat guy. And in front of the fat guy, he's got order chicken McNuggets. Looks like a small Coke. Order fries. And he's holding a little toy from a Happy Meal. And then there's a couple of Happy Meals on the desk in front of him. And then the headline says, Poll slaps Happy Meals. Cut toys to cut fat. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's Jabba the Hutt. You got to be kidding me. Does this guy know he's fat? Well, I calmed down a little bit because now while it's outrageous again for the government to try to legislate on any level, whether it's a state, whether it's city, whether it's the federal, whatever, for them to try to regulate what private enterprise does in this country when it comes to parents making the correct choice of what their children should eat. I mean, that drives me crazy. It drives me insane. This is like the San Francisco story. Same thing with the Happy Meals. Get the government out of my flippin' light bulbs with the pressure to either make the 100-watt light bulb more energy efficient by, 2012, I think by January, or ban it. The new regulations call for the 100-watt light bulb to change significantly to become much more energy efficient. Again, get the government out of my light bulbs, low-flow toilets, the food. So I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, this guy's obese. This guy's, I'm not making this up. I'm looking at his picture right now, page 5, New York Post today, and I'm going to count the chins. Are we ready? All right. There's 1. There's 2. There is 3. There is 4. There is 5. All right, I got 5 chins on this guy. I'm like, this guy is really going to take up the Happy Meal thing? Well, I do give him a little credit because in the story, he does admit that he was a fat kid and he still has a weight problem. So you know what? He gets a couple of brownie points for that, for admitting. Because, and this is what also drives me crazy. People that don't look in the mirror, they'll complain about whatever, and they won't admit that they have the exact problem that they're referring to. So the city councilman, the guy's name is Leroy Comrie. He's a Democrat. He's a councilman from Queens, New York. And he wants the toys out of the Happy Meals. He says if we can get parents and the food chains to create healthier eating habits to instill in young children at an earlier age, it will definitely impact their eating habits for life. And, of course, what he wants, this bill that he's introducing, it's similar to what happened in San Francisco, which goes into effect later this year. He is overweight. This guy's obese. And, well, he does admit it. And I give him credit for this. Clearly, my weight has always been an issue. And it's something that has given me the impetus to do this bill. The bill would still allow toys in some of the healthier kids' meals, those under 500 calories or with fewer than 600 milligrams of sodium. He says taking away toys from kids' meals won't solve childhood obesity. This is a McDonald's spokesman. Taking away toys from kids' meals won't solve childhood obesity. That's a McDonald's regional VP. And we've been over this before with the whole San Francisco issue. It's parental responsibility. Should your kids eat McDonald's every day? No. Happy Meal or no Happy Meal? Toy or no toy? That goes for anything. You shouldn't eat the same food every day. You can eat anything in moderation. With diet, exercise, and moderation, you can enjoy a McDonald's Big Mac. You can enjoy a delicious Popeyes 3-piece spicy chicken meal with the Cajun rice and one of those delicious fluffy chicken biscuits. You can enjoy anything in moderation. I'm not going to have Popeyes fried chicken every day. I love Popeyes fried chicken. I haven't had Popeyes, though, probably a year. It's probably been a year. I'm craving it. But I'm also on a pretty serious kick. I work out 3-4 times a week. I work with a trainer. I got my P90X, which is incredible. And again, the way to lose weight is get on a treadmill, exercise, and shut your pie hole. I mean, this is no secret. But I just don't want the government in any level in my parenting decisions. It is none of their business. I'm sorry, if parents are morons and want to let their kids eat fast food every single day, well, that's a parental issue. It's not a government issue. Government out of my restaurant. Government out of my Happy Meal. Comes down to good parenting. And also, listen, you don't have to get your kid the cheeseburger with the French fries. You can get the cheeseburger with the apple slices. Certainly a healthier option. Yeah, this guy's just jumping on the San Francisco bandwagon here. And then there's a degree of honesty in the fact that he admits that he was always a fat kid and he's got a problem and he's a lardy. But he's also using that to try to shove regulation down our face. Look at me! I'm surprised he didn't say, look at me, I ate Happy Meals every day. He didn't go that far. I'm surprised he didn't. So here we go, another wave of this thing. Dave, get this guy's picture on the website. See if any of our listeners can find any additional chins that I missed on this guy. All right, we'll stick the picture of this guy up on schnittshow.com in just a bit. Now, I have an update here on the politician, this New York councilman, Queens, New York, that needs to get his own flippin' affairs in order before he starts going after McDonald's and Happy Meals. We had this discussion yesterday, but it really gets worse. Yesterday, we played Count the Chins on New York City Councilman Leroy Comrie. Yesterday, we played Count the Chins. I counted 5. There is a new photo that I would like you to see. I'd like you to go to schnittshow.com, and on today's Schnitt list, you will see photo. It's about 3/4 of the way down on today's Schnitt list, and it says photo. Another photo of the fat New York City Happy Meal councilman. Click on this thing, and it is not him sitting behind a desk. It is him standing up on a New York street, and this is like an irradiated Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Aren't those the ones that have the crazy obtuse bodies? Right? It was this is Tweedledee Tweedledum times 5. This guy needs to shut his pie hole, get his own house in order. And yeah, he tried to soften things and soften the criticism by saying, I had a problem my whole life. I'm trying to help. Well, you know what? Your wife is speaking the truth. I opened up my New York Post today, and that's when I first saw this new picture of this guy. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It gets worse. I mean, I could tell the guy was heavy. The guy was fat when he was sitting down. I'm like, look how wide this guy is. And now I see him standing up. I've got a head-to-toe picture in the New York Post today. We've got the photo on the website. We've got the link. Go to schnittshow.com. It gets worse. And now his wife is throwing him under the bus. I mean, I got to be honest. If the wife threw him under the bus, there would be more damage to the bus than to him. Listen to this. Headline, New York Post today, that this politician seeking the Happy Meal ban, the toy ban, hides his pig outs from his wife. What was the Sopranos character? Who was it? Who was, oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Who was the Sopranos character, the HBO series with Tony Soprano? Who was the mobster? What was his name? And then his wife was the sneak eater. Remember, there was an episode on the Sopranos, season 3, 4, whatever it was, when she was on a diet and appeared. Johnny Sacks. You are right. Johnny Sacks' wife. Did you know that, or was that someone else? Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, Johnny Sacks' wife, she was a secret eater. And there was an episode where he came back to the house, and Johnny Sacks, she was like in the basement just eating Snickers and Hershey bars and shoveling it in. She had it hidden. Well, that's exactly what this guy apparently is doing, according to his wife. Listen to this, New York Post today. If you want a big example of how not to eat, just take a look at City Councilman Leroy Comrie. His wife told the New York Post the supersized Queens Democrat seeking a ban on McDonald's Happy Meal toys is himself a cautionary tale on consequences of scarfing down too many Big Macs, according to his wife, Marcia. He doesn't do it in front of me. He knows it's the bane of my existence, she said, of her 335-pound husband's fast food devouring ways. But the results are there for anyone to see. Fast food restaurants would be forced to yank the toys from any kid's meal with more than 500 calories, and then also a certain degree of sodium. This is essentially, it mirrors the San Francisco plan. But the wife is a vegetarian, does yoga, watches every morsel, eats healthy at home, cheats a little bit when he's out, is what she says. So she eats well. But he eats well at home, but when he's out, he is a massive cheat. He's a sneak eater. Yep. He says he's not adverse to healthy eating or averse to healthy eating. He actually enjoys when I make him a wholesome breakfast, and he likes when I cook him tofu. But by lunchtime, he's having spare ribs, Big Macs, counts Slurpees among his weaknesses. One shed 100 pounds eating a diet of nothing but salads and water. He's a huge sneak eater. So this guy can't get his own house in order, but he wants to subject everyone else. I mean, it's just hypocrisy. Get your own place in shape. And then again, I don't have an issue. McDonald's wants to put toys in the kids' meals. A mother or father has the option of nixing the fries and getting them the fresh apple slices to reduce the calorie count. I don't want kids to have toys if the calorie... You know what? It's up to the parents. There are no 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds that are driving themselves to McDonald's to go order their own Happy Meal at the drive-thru. Comes down to proper parenting. It comes down to moderation. It comes down to McDonald's can be a treat. I don't think everyone should eat McDonald's every day. Although there was wasn't there a marathon runner recently that ate McDonald's every day while training? And it was a positive story. It cuts all ways. But listen, it's parental responsibility. Tired of passing and shifting the blame and the buck. Be a parent. Your kid, I want to go to McDonald's. You know what? No, not today. We'll go tomorrow. You can have it once a week, once every 2 weeks. You can have a Happy Meal. Again, get government out of my face. Get government out of my Happy Meals.